Good evening. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Hi. Nice to see everybody. I'm Glenn Dreyfus. I'm a member of the board of the Miami Jazz Co-op and thrilled to welcome you here tonight. Welcome to the 600, I had to check the website for this, the 674th event that the MJC has hosted in our 13 years. Which is, if you look at any jazz organization in the world, it's really a remarkable track record. Before I announce the wonderful musicians who will be on the stage tonight, I wanted to tell you a little bit about our upcoming schedule. It's actually kind of light. Next week, July 3rd, and the following week, July 10th, we'll be off as many people travel and for the holidays. We will be back on July 17th with a really interesting show. It'll be Martin Berajano and Nicole Yarling giving their reinterpretation of the music of Prince. So that should be a little bit of a change of pace, and it should be fantastic. It's my pleasure now to welcome to the stage a musician who's been playing events for the MJC since I think going back to about 2011. He's one of our favorites, and you'll see why in a few minutes. Alan Paul, terrific pianist, and he's going to start with a solo number, and then he'll bring up and introduce the rest of the guys in the quartet. So thanks for coming out, and enjoy the show.
Thank you so much. I am so honored to be here, to be in a place where jazz legends play, where the people that I admired and have really, I stand on the shoulders of, or sit, I guess you could say, on the shoulders of. And this is a pleasure and honor. I want to thank Rick Katz and everybody in the board of the MJC for bringing me and having family here. Wow, I am just so honored to have you guys here. I do want to get right into the music. This performance, I wanted to just give you a little bit of me. And I am a very weird, eclectic person, so you're going to hear stuff from all over the place. Because that's me. My wife will tell you and attest to that. But I want to start this with a piece that I've never played publicly. This entire night will be kind of like where my mind has been over the last 5 years and the last 10 years as I've grown and as I've started to understand like what I want to be as a person, as a musician. And so this first piece is called The Vow, and it is based on my commitment to myself, my commitment to the people I love, and hopefully it will also evoke your commitment to whatever is that thing inside of you that does not change, does not move, and that is your vow. So this is the first piece, just so you know the context, and then I'll bring the other guys up. Thank you so much. Okay, I feel better now. All right. Well, joining me on stage now are my friends that are going to make this night so much better. On guitar, we have the amazing Julian Avila. On bass, my dear friend of too many years, for both of us, too many years, Donnie Felix. Yeah, both of us. And on drums, we have the incredible James Danson, also known as Styx. As I mentioned, we're just going to kind of have some fun here, so let's go to a swing tune. Let's do a little Lullaby of Birdland. James Danson on drums. Julian on guitar, and Donnie. Thank you, guys. Yeah, let's just keep the music going. Less talking, more music. That's what I always say. Yeah, let's keep going. Juliana Villa on guitar. The amazing Donnie Felix with one N. James Danson on drums. Thank you, guys. That was, I can't pronounce it in the Portuguese. Agua de Beber. Is that I'm saying it right? I don't even want to say the words right. I don't want to say the title wrong. But yes, Agua de Beber, if that is as close as I get to my Portuguese. Thank you so much. All right, now we're going to switch it up a little bit. Once again, this is a little thing in my musical mind, and I love all kind of genres. And unfortunately, I watched way too much cartoons and TV in the 80s and 90s, and probably way too much pop radio in the same time. But I think that pop radio and these are new classics. And now, as we all know, the pop of the 30s and 40s became the bebop of the 50s. And that is how our songbook was created, was from popular music. So we're going to do a little popular music here, do a little mashup of Michael Jackson, and see how this comes up. But if you notice the form of the song, you'll see that Michael didn't go too far from his roots when you hear the actual form and what the song evokes when you think about it. Yeah, so this will be fun. These guys, man. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Michael Jackson, and thank you, blues. All right, so, yes, I'm looking at my phone. I'm sorry, my eyes don't work that far. I have to look at it. I know he's not ready for this, but he's going to have to be ready. I want to do an original, but not original by me. I want to do an original by this amazing, handsome, silver. Silver? Is that silver? Silver, I'm saying, yeah. I was trying to give you a compliment. I was trying to help you out here. But yeah, Donnie Felix is an accomplished musician and has, what is one of the main bands, I can't remember the name, that you've played with for years in Miami? Was it Oriente? Oriente, yes. And so, an incredible musician, a great friend of mine, but he's also written a tune that we're going to, I don't know if it's a premiere or just, is it time, first time playing this? So yeah, we're getting some premieres today. Is it there? I want them to know the special, so. You're going to say something? No, Donnie, by all means, tell the story behind the song. I'd love to get the mic, please.
It's actually the first time we're doing a version of it because it's been recorded but not released yet. And with all songs, you know the story. I met a girl. Wait, I'm going to say that again and you're going to say, oh. So, I met a girl. Much better. And she's now married, but she has become one of my best friends. And the reason I wrote that song is because when we first met, things were a little complicated, and her grandmother passed away, and I didn't make it to the funeral, and I had to figure out a way to say I'm sorry. So I wrote the tune, and it's entitled Nanny's Tune. Grandmother was known as Nanny, and it's dedicated to you, Martine, if you're watching. She's not watching, she's in Ukraine, but that's a long story.
None of my songs have a story like that. Donnie, I don't know how to follow neither your song nor your story. If you knew, that was probably the least interesting of the stories Donnie has told. Can't wait to see the next song you write. But that's what friendship is about, just knowing how amazing this guy is and how amazing these musicians are. Let's keep it going with... I'm going to throw another audible. I'm not just going all over the place. Like I said, my mind goes all over the place. This is a song I wrote, and I did this a few years ago. And again, this is one of those songs that kind of spoke to me at the time, and has become kind of for me, like a cathartic experience every time I play it. It's called Peace Arrival, and it's basically just a song again about when you arrive to a place where you're contented, as one of my therapists once said, you have radical acceptance, and you can start to just say that, you know what, everything is going to be okay because I'm okay. And that's what this song is about. And like I said, it's not as interesting a story as Donnie's, but but yeah, I'd like to try it, and we're going to do it now. Here we go. Thank you, guys. It is absolutely it is a treat that most musicians don't get to have musicians like this, friends and incredible people that bring things to life. Thank you for being the audience that allows us to bring that to life. It would not be this if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for Miami Jazz Co-op. So once again, give a hand to yourselves and for music in South Florida, live music in South Florida. Conference. Sidebar. Okay, I think the vote is yay. So, okay, no, all right. So we're gonna do a little rhythm changes, have some fun with I think it's a Sonny Rollins tune. Oleo. Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to be wrong. James Danson on drums, Julio Labila on guitar, Donnie Felix, bass. We said we're having fun. Are you having fun too? I think we're coming down to the end of our night, just about, a little bit. But no. That's always a good. Who has to go to work tomorrow? Come on, what's work? Paychecks. facade. Um, but before we end up starting to close out the night, I just want to say again, thank you so much to the Jazz Co-op, to Rick Katz, to everybody. Giving much love to our amazing jazz family. My brother, the Alfords, are always going to be in our hearts. And so thank you for representing. We want to say thank you once again for being here. We want to say thank you to everybody who is sharing, letting people know about it. Everybody, I see a couple of glows out there for cell phones and people who have smartphones. You can follow me and follow all these musicians. And we don't talk about the whole marketing thing in business because that's kind of boring. But it is the way that the Mighty Jazz Co-op and the rest of us actually keep this thing going. So please make sure you look for me. If you're on Facebook, Alan Paul Music, spelled A-L-L-E-N, the way God intended. Just kidding. But Alan Paul Music, you can find me on Facebook and on YouTube. And definitely talk to these musicians afterward. All of them have social media platforms. And as much as we hate being on social and everything, it is the way the world goes round now. So people now don't look at your resume, they look at how many people are following you. And so that's what would be a wonderful thing. And you can also follow once you see my Instagram, you also see a place you can get to my mailing list. Just like the Mighty Jazz Co-op, I try to share everything that's going on, not just what's happening in my world, but what these other musicians are doing. So I always end up sharing, and you can kind of find out what's going on in jazz. So we want to continue to grow this community, right? Is that right? Can we say grow this community? Is that a good thing? That's all my church announcements, I promise, but I just wanted to make sure that I said that because this is important that we keep this going, and hopefully one day this will be packed on a Monday because there's no excuse ever to not listen to great music. Okay, and with that, I think we're going to finish up with something fun. Once again, one of our little mashups that we, just enjoy all music, and so this is just my favorite song, and well, it's not my favorite song. It's not my favorite song. It's my favorite song. It's my favorite, not favorite song. Yeah. Once we changed it, it was like my favorite song, but before it was like one of the songs that I don't want to play ever again. But once we changed, it's like, oh, I like this song now because it's just more fun the way we play it. So we're going to do a little bit of a Sade tune called Sweetest Taboo. But we're going to do it in a totally different way. Once again, we're going to turn it around. And if this is our last tune, if it might be, I want to say thank you again so much for having us here at the Miami Jazz Co-op. My name is Alan C. Paul, and it's been an absolute honor to play for you. And we're going to do this tune and see if this will be the nice culmination of the night. You ready? You are allowed to dance. I believe there's nothing against dancing in this place. I don't think there's any prohibitions, right? Chair dancing is allowed, okay? Tapping feet is allowed, okay? So this is the point at which it stops being a concert and becomes a juke joint, okay? James Danson, Juliana Villa, Donnie Felix. My name is Alan Paul. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Let's hear it again for Alan Paul. Julian Avila. James Danson. And Donnie Felix. Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for coming out again. We will be off next week for 4th of July and on July 10th, and we will be back on July 17th with Martin Barahano and Nicole Yarling giving their unique jazz take on the music of Prince. Good night.